Hello everybody, I am Indy McDaniel.
And I am Brittany McDaniel, the wife.
Yep, and now we are here to go over all of the swag we got at Megacon last weekend.
Megacon!
That is... what are they called?
It's a pamphlet full of all the information. And Stan Lee!
Forgot about that. Yeah, that'll go down there.
Stan Lee!
That's where that went. I completely forgot that existed. I really did.
Wow, and you were the one who took a picture with him.
Yeah.
You actually got to meet him. At least I was in the same country.
It's a program, right?
Yeah, it's a program. It basically goes over everything that was going on at Megacon.
It's the schedule and all that shit.
The schedule. It has all the schedules in it. Parties, which we went to none because we're boring old people apparently. No, actually our roommates Sarah and Julia and Tysa.
People we virtually knew nothing about.
No, I knew Sarah from work. Sarah.
Yeah, you did. I didn't know anybody there.
She's got pink hair and she's cool, and her
roommate,
Julia.
everybody was. Yeah, considering the fact that I didn't know any of the people we were rooming with, it actually worked out fairly well.
No, it went really well. And it was fun. We played Drunken Cards Against Humanities. Walked around the hotel.
Drunk.
Yeah, kind of, and tried to play chess, but it was too dark.
Played on the children's jungle gym and slid down a slide, which I think is the first time I've done that in probably a few years. I forgot how fun slides are.
They are.
We need a slide.
Just a slide.
Just a slide.
Just a slide. All right, we'll
put it out in the backyard.
We will. It'll go directly into the lake.
Yeah. Into the waiting maw of an alligator.
Yes. Alright, but that was what we did last weekend? Was it last weekend? It feels like it was...
It was last weekend.
It feels like it was so long ago.
Nope, it was last weekend.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I mean, very, very crowded.
Very crowded.
Very crowded. I don't do crowds.
Yeah.
And I got pushed by some fat pregnant dude.
Oh, was he pregnant?
He felt like he was pregnant when his back bumped in, and when his stomach bumped into me. I almost checked the dude. Like, I almost punched him, and then I remembered I was in Megacon, and you can't do that in Megacon, so. And I didn't want to get kicked out.
Well, you can, but they frown on it.
Yeah, I didn't want to get kicked out, but.
So, we went up to Orlando Thursday. Thursday day.
Yeah.
Or Thursday afternoon.
Around 3 or 2. 2-ish?
Is when we left around 2. We got there around, what, 3:30?
Yeah, give or take. Sarah drives pretty fast.
Yeah, and like that was the first time we've ever gone to Orlando and not been stuck in traffic for
like hours.
At all.
Yeah.
Like there was no traffic going in on Thursday in the middle of the afternoon. So if you have to go to Orlando for any reason whatsoever, I recommend going not then, because that's when I want to go. And if all of you fuckers go, there's going to be traffic. So fuck you. Find another day and time.
Yeah, we slipped in there like a well-lubed penis.
Like, we spat on it and everything. It's amazing. So Thursday we got there, we checked into the hotel, and we got everything situated.
Yeah.
Thursday we went out to Chili's, Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday night we went out to eat at Chili's for like the 9 billionth time in a week.
So much rare steak. Did you notice, everybody's looking at me. I'm like, I want rare steak as rare as I can get it. And like, other chick from the other group of people from Mitch's group, because I can only remember Mitch's name and Liz. And I can't remember the other girl's name, unfortunately, because I'm horrible with names.
It was something like Kristen or Christina or it was something like that. One of those really like.
I felt like everybody gave me a weird
names.
look because I feel steak is meant to be lightly brown around the edges and then red.
See, we're going off on random tangent here, but I've like for years now, for as long as I can remember, every time I've ordered meat and they've asked me how I want it cooked, I've always just said straight medium because I didn't know which way I lean, so I was just like, fuck it, medium, and like that's been good for me. And I'm starting to realize now that I actually prefer my meat well done, like kind of blackened almost. Like I like the taste of the grill on there. So, I don't know. I'm learning that now.
There we go. Well, off of Random Tangent,
yeah.
Let's show them the first loot that we spent all day Friday getting for you.
Yeah, so...
All day Friday.
So Stan Lee was there, as I mentioned in the vlog I did to tell you where I had been and why videos were slacking off. Stan Lee was there. I got the Stan Lee VIP pack because dude's 91 years old. He ain't going to be around forever. And he's a fucking legend, and this might be the only chance I would ever get to actually be in the same room as him, let alone get any kind of signature from him or anything like that. So it was pricey, but I feel like it was worth it.
So it was your birthday. So.
Yeah, also it was kind of a birthday present and shit like that. So Friday was meant to be devoted entirely to... Well, wait, I'm leading up to that.
Okay.
Don't jump the gun here, because we're not going... well, no, we can go directly to that. Where was it? Boop!
No. It's cute. Okay, go on, I'm sorry.
I forgot where I was.
Stan Lee?
Stan Lee. So, yeah, we got the Stan Lee VIP pack, and I devoted Friday entirely to Stan Lee, because I figured even with the VIP pack, it would take the entire day to get through everything. Turns
out we didn't even need to sit there next to green-haired lady.
Nope. Because unlike Spooky Empire several years ago when we did the VIP pack for them, Megacon actually knows how to keep track of their VIPs and get them where they need to go.
Yeah.
And that may have changed at Spooky Empire since then, so I ain't gonna knock them anymore or about that currently because it could have changed. I just know that the time that we got it, we were supposed to get fast track through lines and we didn't. So, but not the case with Megacon. So Megacon VIP, I would definitely recommend as being a good expenditure of the money. Part of the Stan Lee VIP pack, among many other things that we got, was this adorable little guy popping up from below, from my wife's crotch, where she keeps it at all times.
It's perfectly shaped. It's a pop figure.
It's a little. It's not a bobblehead.
No, it's limited edition, by the way. It's limited only to Megacon VIP pass holders.
Nice.
From what I saw, I could be wrong, but yeah, it's really cute. It says Duff Sid, and it's a little itty bitty doe-eyed little Stan Lee, and I love Stan Lee. He's adorable. Oh my gosh, I wish he was my grandfather, just simply cause.
So we got that. I got a little badge. I don't know where I put my badge. It's probably around here somewhere.
Probably.
But it was like a specific for Stan Lee VIPs. No, it's not in there. A badge that you can clip to a lanyard. So got that. Got a limited edition lithograph with like all of the Stan Lee Marvel characters on it, which is wrapped up currently. I'll show that in a minute.
By my watch.
By your watch.
Am I allowed to have that back? You have a rubber band.
You have a rubber band now. Thanks, Box of Dread. So there's the lithograph. What else did we get in there? Well, okay, and then also you get a ticket for an autograph and a photo with Stan Lee. So that was basically what we were going to be doing all Friday. But then Stan's plane got delayed or he missed it or something like that, so he was going to get there later than what they expected. So we had time to dick around the dealer room and shit like that, and check out the other media guest booths and all of that. And so technically our first stop after getting our tickets was Jennifer Hale. From Mass Effect, female Commander Shepard from Mass Effect, and a million billion other voices. Miss Keen from Powerpuff Girls.
She was also Snot-Nosed Brat from Powerpuff Girls.
Right.
She was
Seductra.
Right.
Bunch of Powerpuff Girls a bunch of voices. Like if you've ever watched a cartoon in the last fucking 20 years, chances are she had something to do with it.
And I think quite honestly with this, because it's going to be kind of hard to see if you flip it up. We can just take pictures of this and he'll just flash a little poop poop.
Yeah, that's what I plan to do anyway. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to flash it up like this anyway. But yeah, I got Jennifer Hale's autograph on a Commander Shepard Mass Effect picture.
Because you got a hard-on for Mass Effect.
I do. I love Mass Effect.
Like, you got a constant boner. It's like, ugh.
I blame Mike and Ike.
Yeah.
They were the ones that originally introduced me to it. And I was just like, I gotta check this shit out. And then I did, and I loved it.
Because you loved Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that you love Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's fucking weird. Like, I've been to a lot of conventions and I've met a lot of big name fuckers. Mm-hmm. Like George Romero.
You just got red in the face and adorable. You're like,
yeah, George Romero, I just kind of blushed and got really happy. But I maintained a cool persona as far as like speaking wise. Bruce Campbell.
Into a tomato.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell I've met twice, and I was fucking chill with that. Even Stan Lee, I was super chill with that. Jennifer Hale, for some reason, I got tongue-tied when I started talking to her. Like, I tried speaking, and then words didn't really want to come out because I didn't realize I was that fan-squeeing over it as I was. It caught me completely off guard.
Have you ever noticed an ongoing trend with these voice actresses and like the voice actors? They're all really good looking. Like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Like the guy who plays the robot.
Oh, DC Douglas.
Yeah, DC Douglas. He was.
Fuck, I can't remember his name now.
Very handsome.
Legion.
Yeah.
From Mass Effect.
He was very handsome.
He was very handsome, and also Albert. He does the voice for Albert Wesker in the later Resident Evil franchise.
Right. I mean, they're all incredibly good looking. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's like, why are you guys sitting behind a microphone all day?
Because they're good at it.
Yeah. Well, it's like Mark Hamill. Like, after Star Wars and everything, he did some film work, but then he basically has just been doing voice acting work. Like, he is the voice of the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
And Hobgoblin and Green Goblin and everything like that. He just started doing voice work because the work is there. And it's a lot easier to do. Like, you don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and get into makeup and stand around all day. You just go in your pajamas and sit in a fucking recording booth and relax.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty sweet gig if you can do it. Mm-hmm. So Jennifer Hale was the first stop. I got adorably tongue-tied. Well, I got tongue-tied.
She was really sweet.
She was very cool.
Yeah.
So we got to chat with her a little bit. Then where did we go after that? We went straight to Morgan's.
Oh god, we found Morgan like right away. Like, we may have found Morgan before we went to Jennifer Hale.
No, we went to because we came in. Mm-hmm. We went past the media celebrities.
Oh yeah.
And then we went around that back corner where the voice actor celebrities were, and we're like, oh, there's Jennifer Hale right there. She has no line. Let's go straight up to her and get her autograph because we want to get her autograph. And then after that, we kept going, and then we started looking for Morgan.
Right.
And we started going up and down the artist alley.
So you will find I have a favorite artist in this entire whole world, and her name is Morgan Wilson, and she is the artist of Lux Nova Studios. And my house is filled with her art. She is amazing at what she does. She is a beautiful person. She has a beautiful personality, and she creates beautiful art. And I love the shit out of that woman. And I got a limited.
A while back, I pimped her shit on an episode of Back to the Future. I got a cigarette case of hers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But now we got even more stuff. This is the only thing we got from her this time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, because remember, we were on a very tight budget.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, but baby, it's only a limited edition. And
oh, you didn't even do that. No. Here's how this fucking story actually goes down. Flashback a couple of months. Morgan was in town at a local event. Mm-hmm. And we went to go visit her, and she said, I'm working on this new thing based on creationism.
And it's called Which Came First?
Which came first, the oviraptor or the egg? And she showed us a preview of it that she had snapped on her phone and everything like that. We're like, oh, that's really fucking cool. Then flash forward a little while to like maybe a week or so before Megacon, and Morgan posts on Facebook that she has, like, the painting is finished now, and now she's going to have limited edition of how many? 25 framed, very nicely done prints of it for $30 a piece. Mm-hmm. She tells me about this, and she's like, it's $30. I really want one, but I know we're not going to be able to get one. And that's the last that is said of it at that time. Mm-hmm. We go to Megacon, we find Morgan's booth. She has them. So this is it.
Yeah.
She had them there at her booth. And she had bigger prints too. We were looking at the bigger prints and she's like, well, I've got these with me. And Morgan, being Morgan, is like, I'll give you one for $25. Because Morgan constantly cuts us deals.
Undersells herself. I don't like that. She's worth so much more.
She is, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I do, but I still feel she's worth the money.
So yeah. What she doesn't know is the fact that, you know, after you initially told me about these things, and you're all like, it's $30, we won't be able to afford it. I'm like, bitch, please, we're totally getting one. I had planned from the start, as soon as you told me that, to pick one of these up. So yeah, we got that, and Morgan tried to undersell it to give us the discount of $25. We only had change. We didn't have change, so we only had 20s and 50s.
And she didn't
have change, so we had to give her a 20. And she's like, "Yeah, just give me into the other $5 whenever.
She's like,
if you ever get around to it, you can give me the $5." And I'm like, okay. And then as soon as we got change, I went back and gave her the full $10 because this is totally worth $30.
Oh no, we didn't hand it to her. We handed it to her daughter.
Yeah, we handed it to her daughter.
I go, you take this for me, and she goes.
So that it couldn't be returned to us.
Yeah. But no, I'm very happy with this. I like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are awesome.
Yep. And we got number 2 of 25. Mm-hmm. Number 1 of 25 was already gone. I don't know if she was keeping it for herself or somebody else got it.
No, somebody else bought it before we did. Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm getting closer and closer to getting an original piece of art. Mm-hmm. Because she's like, well, tell me what you want to pay for it. And I'm like, no, what do you want for it?
You give me a price, lady, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be damn reasonable.
Right.
So yeah, we did that, and we hung out, chilling with Morgan for a little bit, chatting with her. We hung out
with her more during MegaCon than anything else.
Right? Yeah.
Because it got busy, and I get overwhelmed when it's too crowded, like the pregnant fat man. So I just ended up.
Fuck you, buddy.
I ended up.
You know who you are. Oh wait, I forgot it. Keep going. I forgot the thing.
Yeah, so I ended up chilling with her for most of MegaCon on Saturday. And most of Friday, quite honestly.
Oh yeah, because you were over there for a while too.
Yeah, because I didn't get to do any of the Stan Lee stuff because fuck those lines.
Right.
Fuck those lines. And and I love Stan Lee, I do, and I appreciate what he's done for the nerddom, but it was more important for you to meet him. Yeah. Because you grew up with him, whereas I grew up with him as well, but not nearly as much so. Mm-hmm. I was more of a video game nerd. Mm-hmm. So. Right,
so we did that. Mm-hmm. We hung out with Morgan for a bit, and then we went to go find where we needed to be for Stanley. I think that was the time when we found out that his plane was arriving late.
Took forever. Nobody knew what the hell was going on.
Yeah, nobody knew what was going on.
Nobody knew what the hell. And that's the common complaint against Facebook, like amongst Facebook for MegaCon. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
Right. I think that's pretty status quo from my experience. That's status quo across the board for almost any con.
Oh no, it was really like everybody was running into issues. What's going on? And you'd have volunteers telling you one thing, and then you'd have staff telling you the wrong thing, and everybody was telling you.
Well, no, I'm just saying I've run into those exact same issues with almost every convention I've been to, where I've had to ask people what's going on for a specific thing. You get 15 different answers. Right. It's just because so much shit is happening that like the volunteers probably aren't the most well informed, but they want to give you an answer, so they give you the best answer they can. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, basically we went back up, and then we sat down where Stanley was going to be doing his signing, and we were just going to wait there for the rest of the day until he got there. Because that's basically all we had planned on doing Friday anyway, so it really didn't matter, and it was nice to just be able to sit down and chill out. We met several people in that line who were pretty cool. I don't know any of their names.
I know green-haired lady. Her name is Victoria.
Oh, that's right. Her name was Victoria. She had...
Because I have her phone number.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I have her in my nail because she had to go run out of line.
Well, now you can text her and say that she's getting mentioned on the vlog.
Hey there, lady. Hey there, lady.
She was cosplaying as a character from
Tokyo
Mew Mew.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the character's name either.
She was the green one.
The green one, yeah, with the chakras or whatever, the little that belly dancers have, the little finger bell things.
Do that again for me again.
She was a crab person. So she was very cool. We got to chat with her for a bit. She showed me a bunch of pictures of. She probably didn't have a chance to show them to you, but she had a bunch of pictures of her making her costume and shit like that. Like she had step by step process and everything.
I was talking to her a lot. I was talking more to the guy behind me.
The older guy?
Not the older guy. Not the one that you were talking to, but the other guy. I hate to say the Latino looking kid. Oh, he had his younger brother with him, I think.
It wasn't his younger brother. Yeah, me and him hooked up to go to the photo shoot and came back and we're in line.
Right. Yeah, he was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he was cool. He was from Miami.
Yeah, that's what I remember. The kid from Miami.
And he had an Avengers number 5, an Avengers issue 5 that his parents gave him to get signed. Yeah. So he was very protective of that book.
He was. He let me hold it. He let me hold it. Yeah.
Because that was pretty much nonstop what he was talking about. He's like, I can't set the book down. If anything happens to this book, my parents are going to kill me.
I remember looking at him. I remember like, can I see that? And he's like, yeah.
Like, thanks, buddy.
No, and I looked at it, and it was really awesome to look at. So, I mean, and fuck if I know anything about comics. I just know that it's awesome to be around something that's significantly older than I am.
Right. So we waited in line for a significant period of time. We kept getting flutters of information about where Stan was, when he was arriving, shit like that. And then finally we found out that he was arriving, but he was going to do the photo shoot first before coming to do the signings. So a bunch of us, at least the VIPs that were in line, decided to jump down to the photo booth, or the photo taking area, which was downstairs, to get that out of the way and then come back up and get the autograph. So we went down there. You stayed upstairs.
I feel like moving. My feet hurt.
Right. So we went downstairs and we had to wait in line for a while longer, and then finally you hear a roar of applause, and here comes Stan coming up the side of the aisle, speeding along, grinning, waving at everybody, and goes back to where they're going to be taking the photos. And then as soon as he was there, that line moved. Like it was. Like I kept saying, it was very fast-paced. Everyone knew what the hell they were doing, and they were making it as speedy as possible, but you didn't feel rushed. Nobody was being impolite about it. Nobody was being a dick about it as far as like the handlers or anything like that. They were just like, okay, just keep everybody moving along smoothly. It was a very well-oiled machine. And the same thing with the autographs, too. It was the same deal when we got back up there.
I mean, Stan Lee has some pretty awesome handlers. Like, whoever is in charge of that as far as the handlers go, they were amazing. Like, they didn't make us feel like crap, which I've come across quite a few times with handlers. Like, they just... Yeah. Okay, give me your money, say hi,
it seems
get
like,
your signature.
Yeah, the celebrities handlers go one of two ways in my experience. They're either super chill, and they're a blast to talk to, or they just look at the fans as walking dollar signs, and they're just like, here's your photo, give me the money, get it signed, get the fuck out of the way, and make room for more money.
Right.
And those are the people that just, don't make it fun for anyone, I don't think. Not just the fans, but I'm pretty sure the celebrities being handled by them as well probably don't enjoy that either. So yeah, got my photo taken with Stan the Man Lee. And I will take a proper photograph of the photograph so that you guys can...
It's the same look you had on your face when you met George Romero. You're like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now.
Yep, so I got the photo taken, then went back upstairs, got back in line for the VIP thing. And that was, again, very quick, but...
didn't feel rushed.
No, didn't feel rushed. And... I saw something in there that I probably will never see again in my lifetime, although hopefully I will if I'm very lucky. Not one, but 2 issues of Amazing Fantasy number 15. Original copies. 2 people had fucking Amazing Fantasy number 15 in that line. It was kind of, like, amazing. Like, that was even more kind of gasp-worthy than seeing Stan Lee walk by. Yeah. Well, I was expecting Stan Lee. I had been expecting Stan Lee to walk by.
It's almost like being in the
months.
same room as a first edition action comic. You're just like,
it's just
I'm in front of a comic that is literally worth millions.
Right, yeah. And I mean, granted, I had seen Emerald City has one up on the wall.
How much are they asking?
Thousands. I couldn't get a good look at the price tag, but it was in the thousands. But yeah, just to see 2 of them fucking 5 feet away from me was kind of amazing. So yeah, got the autograph done. I had meant to go through my comics and pick one out for Stan to sign, but in the rush leading up to leaving for the con and everything like that, I didn't get a chance to. So instead, I got the lithograph signed because that too
you were like the only
freaking...
one because everybody else came prepared.
Oh no, there were other people that got it signed.
Where did he sign it? Oh, there at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. There's the lithograph. It's a fucking long ass motherfucker. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to find a frame for this because it's.
We may just go to Michael's and get a custom frame.
Yeah,
I'm willing to pay for custom framing for something signed by Stan Lee. Quite honestly.
So that happened. Oh, William Mindflayer showed up at some point. So we got to chat with him a little bit, and that was the only. He was there all weekend. That was the only time we fucking saw him.
I feel like Mind Flayer should have a theme song like Trogdor. Mind Flayer.
So, and that was pretty much Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
It was Friday.
Like we got through Stan Lee, and it was probably what 6 o'clock or so.
Mm-hmm.
And the dealer room was already shutting down, so I think we headed back to the hotel.
Yeah.
And just kind of chilled. Oh no, we did this on Friday too, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Because I was supposed to go back Saturday and see her, but unfortunately, due to crowds, I got overwhelmed. And she is my favorite.
Well, okay, we're jumping ahead here.
I'm sorry.
Also, Friday at some point when we were in the dealer's room, we happened upon the Cosplay Deviants booth.
Mm-hmm.
And that was super cool. And we got a few prints. This is the only one we got that is actually safe for work.
Yeah.
But she was there. When we saw her, she was dressed as Power Girl.
I believe so, yeah. And she's one of my favorite cosplayers. I can't even think of her name right now because I'm just so freaking zapped out. I do apologize, but she does.
Well, she signed it.
An amazing Velma, in my opinion. Because my favorite part about Cosplay Deviants is that I don't look at it as a form of porn, I guess. Yeah, I don't look at it as a form as that. I enjoy pinup art.
Yeah.
I really do. I love Betty Page. I love like the old 1950s pinups with the Army girls and the Navy girls. I love stuff like that, and that's my favorite form because I feel the naked body is a piece of art. And Cosplay Deviants, I mean, don't get me wrong, they do have a few that it's just like, nah, that could have been done a little bit more classy. But I mean, everything that I've seen her in, she just does such a good job, and she just, like, the way she positions her body when she's like, posing, she just does a really good job.
There's my Stanley badge.
So I got to meet her. I didn't expect them to be there though. Like I should have known because it's Megacon, but I just wasn't thinking about it.
Well, I mean, I just like fucking nudity. Is my thing. Like
I like pinup art more than anything else.
Well, yeah, I like pinup art, but like I just like nudity. I like it as a form of expression, a form of art, and just as a form of nakedness.
Naked.
So yeah, we met them, and they were super chill. And then that was Friday, and then Saturday was kind of a clusterfuck.
Oh my god.
Well, the first thing Saturday, right off the bat, I went to the Stanley Q&A, because that was part of the VIP pack too.
Which there was no chance in holy hell of me getting that either.
Yeah.
I would have had to have been up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting in that line. And I probably still would have been towards the back.
Maybe. So yeah, and I recorded some of it, but I recorded it with my cell phone, so quality is pretty much shit.
I was a dumbass and took your camera.
And I was a dumbass and didn't think to say, hey, maybe I should hang on to it so I can film some
I thought
stuff.
I was going to go take pictures of people's in costumes.
I figured you were too.
And then I got overwhelmed with people.
Yeah.
Like crowds and stuff like that. I was like, fuck this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I recorded virtually all of it with my cell phone. Quality's a bit shit. I'm going to sift through it and see if there's anything salvageable, and if so, it'll probably go into this video. Mm-hmm. Or I might upload it separately. But yeah, so that was the first thing Saturday that we did, and then after that, we, immediately went down and got into line for Carl Urban?
Yep, because I knew his line was going to be really long, and I just wanted to get him done and over with. I just wanted to get the celebrity autographs done and over with, quite honestly. It's nothing against any of them, but those lines were long, and I just did not want to have to stand in.
But I mean, the lines for like the celebrities and shit like that all of them moved very quickly.
Oh no, they did. It's that to me up until that point. I mean, sometimes you run into really interesting people in line, and you get to talk to them, and you have a lot of fun. Unless it's Tara Strong's line, and then you run into a bunch of the bronies.
Nothing against Tara Strong. She was amazing. The brony fans in that line were...
Well, nothing against the general population of fans against My Little Pony. I have no problems with them. I have problems with the fanatics.
I have problems with those specific bronies in that specific line.
Yeah.
Those people were...
But as a fandom as a whole, it's not a bad fandom. We're just going to agree to disagree, maybe?
No, personally, as a fandom, I'm not a fan, so, but I really could give a fuck. If you enjoy My Little Pony, you enjoy My Little Pony, that's fine, but my despisal of these bronies in this specific line had probably little to do with their
fandom, it was more their ass.
Yeah, their devotion to My Little Pony, and had more to do with, we're getting to that.
That's mine.
We're getting to that.
Mine.
We're getting to it.
Pew.
It had more to do with their personalities and them just being fucking assholes.
Yeah.
But, but that was last year Megacon. This year Megacon, all of the lines went very smoothly, and everybody in them was super chill. Like the longest line I want to say that we were in, or I was in, was James Marsters' line. And that was just because James Marsters is a fucking classy motherfucker who was chatting with everyone at length. And I will wait in line a little bit longer because I know when I get up to him, I'm going to get the same privilege. And I did. So, I mean, I got no problem with that. And the people that were in line with me were also very cool. So it was, even though it took a little longer to get through, it was not really wasted time because I got to chat with people that I had a good time with and probably will never see again.
Right.
But first on the list for Saturday was Carl Urban.
Carl Urban, he's adorable. Not to be confused with Keith Urban.
Yeah. Fuck Keith Urban, this is Carl Urban from Star Trek and Dread fame. Of course, I originally found him in the film The Irrefutable Truth About Demons, which was a low-budget Australian or New Zealand horror film, which was really goddamn... It was Australian?
It was Australian.
All right. Australian horror film, which was really goddamn good. If you can find a copy of it, check it out, because you'll see a very young
Amazon,
Carl Urban.
It's on Amazon for like $4 because that's how I got it for you for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
only available on DVD though.
Yeah, unfortunately. And you'd expect with Carl Urban blowing up the way he has with Star Trek and everything like that his older films would come back as Blu-ray releases, because that's usually what happens when an actor blows up. Every single B movie they were ever in comes back to haunt them in crystal clear high definition. Mm-hmm. For some reason, not that film. I don't know why.
Maybe it was just too low-key.
Maybe it was just too good. Like, they only wanted to embarrass them with the shitty movies that they were in before they got famous. That one, they're just like, no, this is actually good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was very cool meeting him. And then we were going to get into John Barrowman's line right after that.
Too long.
No, it wasn't. It was completely devoid of people.
Oh, that's right.
Because they had just gone to John Barrowman, Eve Miles, and Gareth... Can't remember the rest of his name. Gareth Yanto from Torchwood.
There we go. Yeah, I was about to say I'm horrible with actual.
I can't. He's got a 3-part name and I can never remember. I know it's Gareth something.
Gareth Lloyd something.
Gareth Lloyd. something.
Sorry,
dude. Get an easier to remember name.
No. He doesn't have to change anything. He's beautiful.
But they had gone off to the Torchwood panel right before we got into line for John Barrowman, and then we found out that after the panel, John Barrowman was going to do a photo session. So it was going to be like another 3 or 4 hours before he was actually going to get back to the booth. So we're like, okay, fuck it. Let's go directly over and get into James Marsters' line instead.
Which I abandoned you.
Which you abandoned me from.
I'm sorry,
quickly.
I was very tired of standing. My feet hurt really bad.
Oh, so was I, but I mean, I just figured that's the rub in a con.
I mean, I love you to death, and I love Megacon, and it was a lot of fun, but I mean, most of the celebrities, with the exception of John Barrowman, I really had no interest in, unfortunately. I mean, I wanted to go meet Elijah Dushku, but unfortunately we couldn't afford her. And I mean, you're more of a fan of the autographs. I'm more of a person, I just want to meet them. And I happen to usually get to meet most of them because you want the autographs.
Right.
So, I mean, I didn't get to meet her, and she was probably the biggest pull in there for me. That and Yanto. So, I mean.
Yeah.
But
I think they both do conventions fairly regularly.
Yeah,
so
and I mean, I
understand
if Carl Urban hadn't been there, we might have been able to go get maybe 2 more. But he was the most expensive.
Right. He was,
but there's no chance he might come back.
Right, like Carl Urban was almost like Stanley in the fact that I was amazed that he was even on the fucking guest list because I figured he would be a little bit too high profile to be doing conventions. So I was like, okay, he might not come back. I have no idea, so I'm going to get him while he's here.
Right.
So, yeah, I waited through James Marsters' line.
I don't know him. I mean, I know him as Spike from Buffy.
Yeah, I still haven't shown her fucking Buffy yet. That's on me.
It's a lot of seasons, and I appreciate it for what it is, and I know it's a great series, and I do want to watch it because I love the fuck out of Joss Whedon. You know that.
Yeah.
I have very little free time, and right now I'm trying to catch back up with American Horror Story and Walking Dead and S.H.I.E.L.D., and I've still got to catch up on like every other fucking thing going on.
Battlestar Galactica.
I still got to finish watching through the rest of that. And I mean, so many things to catch up on and so many great television shows. I figure that I may eventually get to watch Buffy when I retire. I think that's when I'm actually going to get to watch it. Because it's 8 seasons, babe.
It's 7.
7 seasons, babe. And then Angel.
Which is another 5.
Exactly.
Still, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but you can marathon.
No, I can do it. I just, I don't like sitting for TV shows that long. I end up getting it up through the middle of them. So.
Yeah. So I waited through James Marsters' line, and I got the pleasure of meeting him, and he is a super classy dude.
He's pretty handsome.
Yeah.
He's sexy.
And I got a Spike picture signed.
I know you've been wanting to meet him for a while.
Yeah, for a while. Like, he keeps coming to conventions, and I keep missing those conventions for a variety of reasons.
I'm sorry. Don't mind me. I'm dying.
So, yeah, that was Saturday, and that was the point where we lost each other, wasn't it? Yeah. Because I got out of James Marsters' line, she had left, and I think you told me where you were planning on going, but I couldn't remember by the time I got out of that fucking line.
Yeah.
So my first, and cell phone reception was not being good down there either. So I sent her a text asking where she was, and then it didn't want to go through, so I just kind of assumed that she would be back at Morgan's booth, because that seemed like the place where we were just going to. So I started heading there, and it was very packed, so it took me quite a ways to get most of the way down there. Finally, I decided to check my phone again, which is practically dead, and see that she has sent me a text saying that she is over in another corner by the bathrooms and the food, and I'm like, okay, I see where that is. It's right over there. It's going to take me probably another half hour to get there if I turn around immediately. Perfect. So I turn around immediately, and a half hour later, I finally get over there, and I can't find her anywhere.
Because I got tired of waiting.
Yep.
I kept waiting. I waited for 45 minutes after I sent my text. And I was like, okay, my texts aren't sending through, so I'm going to go start making my way to the opposite direction, see if I can find better cell phone reception.
Right.
And it just kept going back and forth to the point where I got fed up and I walked outside of fucking con and stood outside and sent a text. And At that point in time, your phone was dead. I couldn't get a hold of you. I was freaking out.
I get over to the corner. I can't find her anywhere. I pull out my phone again to send a text to ask where the hell she is now. And as soon as I do, my phone is like, goodbye, and it dies. So, at this point, I turn back around. I go back through the crowd, back to Morgan's booth, hoping that maybe she's there. She's not. So I'm like, Morgan, you have my wife's cell phone number. Could you please send her a text and tell her I'm here? Which she did.
Yeah. And I would have, if it hadn't been so crowded and I hadn't been so freaked out, like just with the crowds and the over-socialization, I probably would have thought, oh, you know, Morgan's.
Yeah.
But I was freaking out. I was immensely overwhelmed. Like when I got back to Morgan's booth, I was on the verge of fucking tears. Like, I don't do crowds.
Yeah.
I don't at all whatsoever. They suck. People suck. I don't like people most of the time.
I would not do them on a boat. I would not do them in a moat.
It's too many.
So that was basically Saturday. She finally gets over to Morgan's booth and on the other side of it, and I'm just like, you done? I'm done.
Well, let's go.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
And then we locked ourselves out of the hotel.
Yeah, then we locked ourselves out of the hotel room. Because we got back to the hotel room, and we're like, we want food. There's a Village Inn across the street. She'd never been to a Village Inn before.
They've got amazing pecan pie.
They've got amazing pie. So we got back to the room. We chilled for a minute. Then we left to go to Village Inn and eat. And then we came back only to realize that I had left the room key inside the room.
And we found some hammocks and went and chilled in some hammocks for a couple hours.
Probably not a couple hours, probably like an hour.
Yeah, felt like a couple hours. It was relaxing.
It was just very much needed getting off of our feet and relaxing for a little bit.
I need a hammock.
Yeah, so then we went down to the front office, got a spare key, got back into the room, and then there's a cat over there.
So cute. I'm sorry.
So that was basically Saturday. We did a drunken Cards Against Humanity. I didn't really get drunk on Saturday. Or wait, yeah, I did.
I didn't.
Friday was Cards Against Humanity.
Right, and then Saturday
was getting drunk.
Right. It's
That's
hard to keep track. It all kind of blended together.
It really did. And then Sunday, we just pretty much went and got John Barrowman, right?
Right. So John Barrowman. Okay, Saturday, I look up and see John Barrowman's. I see John Barrowman's sign, and his sign, his photo on his sign has googly eyes where his eyes should be. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, John Barrowman, you're adorable.
Yeah, we assume it's John Barrowman because John Barrowman's wacky like that.
Yeah, and so Sunday we go, and now John Barrowman has googly eyes still, but now Will Wheaton, who is seated right next to him, has googly eyes as well. And I'm like, John Barrowman,
we figured John Barrowman has pranked Will Wheaton because John Barrowman's goofy like that.
So we get through the lines, and halfway through the lines we find a magical thing.
Oh, yes. We found this.
It's a fake banana.
This is a fake banana. Lying on the floor in John Barrowman's line. We asked around, it was nobody's banana.
I asked all the doctors.
Yeah, we asked all the Doctor Who people there. Nobody's banana, nobody was missing banana. So, if anybody's watching this video that was at Megacon and they lost a plastic banana in John Barrowman's line, we've got it. And we will send ransom demands if you want it back.
No, we'll send it back if you really want it.
Yeah, if you really want your banana back, send me a message on YouTube's or anything like that, and let me know.
We didn't get it signed or anything like that, so I mean, you're
sorry. It's pretty much exactly how you left it.
Yeah.
Watch, we're gonna get like 1 million comments now from people saying that's my banana.
Fair enough. You can fight.
You guys can fight over it at that point.
To the death.
One person can have the banana.
Whoever comes up with the best banana launcher can have the banana. And I need to see the banana. I want video responses.
Whoever can come up with the best Captain Jack Yanto fan fiction, erotic fan fiction, will get the banana. I say fan fiction, you go, oh. I say erotic fan fiction, you can go, Why
Because, I read other, erotica, and nothing really holds up to what you write, so...
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, my stuff aside, if I put an entry in, obviously I would win. Because it would involve the band. Okay, here we go. Fuck it, here's what we're doing. If you want a Megacon banana, write me, Erotic fan fiction involving Captain Jack, Yanto, and a banana.
Oh, banana!
Best submission wins. I will judge them all fairly. There we go. We're having a contest now, apparently. Rightful owner of the banana, sorry, you got segued for awesome contest. That no one will enter, I'm sure. So yeah, then we got through all of John Barrowman's line. We got up there. You wanted the banner with the googly eyes.
I asked the handler, and the handler actually went up to the other handlers, and they all had like a mini handler meeting. And because I was like, is there any way I can get the googly eye poster? Mm-hmm. And apparently I was the only person that asked, which out of thousands of people, you think somebody would have asked.
They were probably all just like, no, we're not getting it. There's no point in asking. You were the one ballsy motherfucker that was like, want the fucking banner.
How much?
How much?
But they legitimately asked, and I think they even like spoke to John Barrowman real quick.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Just it was one handler asked the other one.
Yeah, and I got denied. But
yeah, no.
I mean, they said it was okay for asking. You never know if you don't ask. So,
right?
I mean,
yeah.
Hey, I could have come home with a giant googly-eyed banner. So we get up there, and I asked John Barrowman, and I'm like, I like what you did to your poster. And John Barrowman goes, I didn't do that.
He's like, oh, that wasn't me.
That was Will Wheaton's wife.
Yep. And I'm like, oh, so you put googly eyes on Will Wheaton's banner as like revenge prank? He's like, no, that was her too.
Yeah.
So John Barrowman's wife. No, that's not right for many different reasons. Will Wheaton's wife pranked John Barrowman and Will Wheaton with googly eyes. Mm-hmm. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah. And then she made a post on Twitter later about drinks, and the drinks were in the formation of a penis and balls. Yeah. And the tag was
she tagged Team Barrowman with it.
Amazing.
So I mean, I think at this point, Will Wheaton's wife is a front runner for most awesome person at Megacon ever.
Yeah, I wish I could have gotten in Will Wheaton's line and been like, "Can I have your wife's autograph?"
Because anyone that awesome, I need their autograph on my wall.
I want your wife's autograph, and I just kind of want to.
Fuck you, Will Wheaton.
Bring out your autograph.
Wife. Yeah.
I have his autograph.
We've got your autograph, Will Wheaton.
I just want your wife's autograph.
Yep. So that was pretty much Sunday. Like, what else did we wandered around? Oh, we wandered around the vendor area looking for presents for other people.
Right. We couldn't find what I wanted to get for Stanfield.
Budget.
Yeah.
Or a minuscule budget, as the case may be. We got one thing for a friend, and we couldn't find anything for our other friend who they were watching our cats while we were away. So,
we can give Stanfield the banana.
Only if he writes a compelling and erotic bit of fan fiction involving Captain Jack Yanto and the banana.
I'd be kind of scared to see what comes out of his head.
I'd be very interested to see what he would do with that plot device there.
Right.
Oh, and we also found...
Oh, it's that time. I started reading it too.
Did you? Is it good?
It's actually really well written.
Nice. Yeah. We ran into a dude who's doing... well, not adult, but more grown... basically Choose
Your Own Adventure?
Yeah, but we can't say that because Choose Your Own Adventure is actually a brand.
Oh, well then it's called Choose-O-Matic.
Choose-O-Matic. And he's got two of them out now. This is the third one, which involves dinosaurs and time travel. I can't remember what the other two were.
One was zombies. And I can't remember what the third one was. The
other one was crap. I cannot remember. But he also had a tiny little book called Tiny Quest.
It only has one ending, but it's pretty well written.
Don't you get to pick the name of your unicorn or something like that?
Yep.
So we got that. He also had free buttons. That's how he roped us. And he's like, "You want a free button?" And I'm like, "I would love a free button." And then he started telling us about his Choose-O-Matic books, which sounded awesome. Which we didn't have enough money to get, but I'm definitely going to look into them because they sounded amazing. And it's just it's interactive fiction for grown-ups. He made a specific point to say it's not adult choose your own adventure stuff. So I'm like, okay, there's no hardcore sex in it. You're losing me here, buddy. But it is for grown-ups, so it's more grown-up oriented, I guess. Like he said, it'd probably be like a PG-13.
And his name is Matt Youngmark.
Matt Youngmark. Oh, okay. I didn't even know his name.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure you could probably find him on Amazon or something along those lines. I mean, Google him.
Google it, bitches.
Google.
So yeah, that was Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, we were done.
Yep.
We got our autographs, we walked around for a little bit, and then we were like, fuck it, and we went and sat outside and waited for the shuttle to take us back to the...
Yep, because our legs were killing us.
Yeah, but my friends Sarah and Julia...
All right, yeah.
They won Best in Show.
For the, what,
Anime costume contest. Yeah, they dressed up as... I keep calling them geishas, but they're like, you're not geishas.
They were fucking geishas.
From Okasami? It's the one with the white and red wolf. It was on GameCube and stuff like that. I haven't had the chance to play it, but people said I would love it because it's like a lot like Zelda.
I know nothing of these animes they speak of.
It's not an anime, it's a video game.
Oh, well...
Yeah, it's an Okasumi.
Have you seen my channel? I don't know nothing about video games either.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, they won Best in Show. I will have Indy take photos from Facebook and post them so you guys can see how awesome they be. Mm-hmm. I see that our battery is dying.
Yeah, we've killed the battery. This was fully charged when we started.
That's lovely.
So, but we're at the end of our tale. That was Megacon, the extra long, rambly edition. And it was very much awesome. We might go back next year depending on who's there and if we can afford it.
VIP passes.
VIP passes, definitely. Because the VIP lines, there was nobody in them. They were just going through that fast. Like, VIPs, they were fucking handled. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this probably quite lengthy vlog. I might break this up into multiple parts. I don't know. If you want the banana, you know what you have to do. Write erotic fanfic involving Captain Jack and Yanto Jones from Torchwood and a banana.
Going into your mouth. Now your nose.
Yeah, it's been on the floor of Megacon. I probably have all the disease now. God damn it. That just makes the value of the banana even higher. Or lower. Probably lower. But anyway, thank you for watching. Jesus. Thank you for watching. If you like this super long fucking Megacon recap vlog, leave a like on it. If you want to see fucking Let's Play videos, other vlogs, other random shit, subscribe. And until next time, see yas.
We got a box.
We got a box.